Welcome to episode 297 of the Unholy podcast, brought to you in association with Sports Social, Europe's biggest sports podcast network. For those who are actually watching us on YouTube, you can see exactly where I am. I was just saying, it's my first time back since last May. A very emotional then, very emotional walking in for the first time in all those months, I've got to be honest with you. Hairs on the arm standing up, but I'm back. Those who are obviously listening on audio, I'm at Goodison Park. You can see the pitch behind me looking terrific as it always did. I can see my old seat as well, not too far away. But I'm delighted to say I'm joined by one of our current Everton Women players, and that's Maz Pacheco. Maz, thanks very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And we're down here today, obviously a few days out from your next fixture at Goodison Park, back in WSL. Brighton Hove Albion are in town. It's a big place, Goodison Park, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely though.
It is lovely. You say, but it's a lovely place, isn't it? And we were also putting the world to rights in regards to what we think the club should do with this place going forward. You know, it's a fabulous arena. So many memories here. You know, for me personally, for yourself, obviously, since you've come to the club and since the women have moved in, what's it like to call this place home?
Yeah, I think when you were saying what a historic stadium it is, it pretty much is. I think for me it's a little bit different compared to the girls because I grew up in the city, so it's something that I'm very connected to. It was the first stadium that I've ever been in when I was a young girl wanting to play football, wanting to go pro, and to be in the stand there, I had a little blue afro on for, I can't even remember what event it was, but we went as a club wearing blue afro hair. So just to call it home and just to be somewhere that is a landmark in the city is crazy, and it's such a pleasure to play on that pitch with the amount of history that's been on there. Is crazy.
Yeah, as you say, obviously the history in this place is incredible. It sort of seeps through the walls, doesn't it? And obviously the women's game has been grown for so many years in this country, obviously on the back of the Lionesses' first win in the Euros. But in terms of this place as an arena, and you look at obviously the other grounds in the WSL, some do go around obviously the men's grounds. You yourself has played at Hill Dickinson Stadium. You see the Emirates used quite often. Stamford Bridge gets used. But in terms of actually having this as a permanent home, it's a bit different to what you maybe normally see when you're playing in WSL away grounds, isn't it?
100%, and it's that feel like it's ours, which is an unbelievable feeling. Even the little things like when you're walking out in the dugout, I didn't realise how close you're going to be to the opposition team. You're basically holding hands with them, or you're trying to nudge them as they're walking out. That's how close
it's tight down there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very tight. But when I was walking out for the first time, I was thinking of all like the legends that I've played here, thinking, wow, they were squeezing through and they're big 6 foot men. I'm just little old me from Scam coming through. So yeah, it's definitely a big statement from the owners to give us Goodison, and just shows like how together Everton are as a club. I've always said that it's a people's club. They take care of their own, and that's just how we are in Liverpool. And I love the fact that the owners have kept that intact.
That's it, because obviously we had the big fear, didn't we, when we were approaching the back end of last season. And now obviously speaking on our podcast and speaking to fans, the fear was what's going to happen to this place, because you just think you're going to go past one day, the bulldozer's going to be in, it's going to be flattened, and that'll be, you know, it'll change the whole area. But for the owners to actually come in and say, you know what, I'm going to hand it to the women, it's going to be their home stadium. Obviously we expect changes over the years, I think it's fair to say, to what they're going to do to the stadium. But like you say, a big statement from the owners to come in and, you know, put the women's game at the forefront of the football club as well.
No, 110%. And I'd love, you know, you were talking how you were a season ticket holder, you seen your seat. I know that feeling of like wanting to be in the stadium again, and I just want all those fans who miss Goodison just to come watch a game. Yes, maybe we won't play as fast as the men, or maybe not as quick, but we do play some good football. And I think when football is just football and you just come in to support Everton as a club, I think being in Goodison, whether it's for 1 or 2 games in the year, why not have that feel of Goodison again and to feel at home?
I think you're totally right. It's obviously the first game here that you played was against Spurs at the first game. I think it was around 10,000, over 10,000, which is a decent crowd. Obviously people keen to to come back in and see the place again. We were just speaking then, weren't we, off here, in terms of like Everton fans. We love our new home. You know, we've all moved there. It's an incredible place. It's totally different.
Yeah.
You know, it's all the mod cons, but it's still with the intimacy of Goodison Park, but on a grander scale. There are still people that do pine for this place. I speak to them all the time. But like you say, wouldn't it be great to get more people through the turnstile? We've got a great chance, obviously, starting from Friday, 7 o'clock kickoff against Brighton, then the following week against Aston Villa as well.
Yeah.
There's a couple of games back to back for people to get down. What's it, like £12 adults, I think £6 for kids. Donuts, £2.50 here, by the way. We pay £6.50 at Hill Dickinson. It's a massive difference. And you have lemon ones here as well as a softly one.
I just think you're not going to get them. It's like them prices that you used to get back in the day in the men's stadium. I just think, why not support us? Like, we're still an Everton team, we're still an Everton club, and we very much hold those values, and we just want fans to come watch us. We want to show people of the city, people of the club, what we're capable of. And we also want that home advantage. There's nothing worse than being in Goodison and the away teams bringing more fans in. That should never be allowed. And I know, as being part of the club and someone from the city, we'd never want that to happen.
That's it, because you've seen obviously some of like the bigger clubs, would you say, sort of Arsenal, Man City, and they travel well, don't they? I remember seeing Arsenal took up a huge block on the park end.
Yeah, they did.
And you think, you know, we are the home side, so why aren't we getting the
and the loud as well, the loud in numbers. So it's like, I'd want that, not the rough edge of being a fan, but I loved that rough side when we used to be in like away trips and you just go mad because you're on the away end, you don't care. But I'd want that for our home fans to go mad at the away fans. Little things like, I want to go through players. Yes. That's just something that I love doing, but I love doing it when then you can hear the fans get behind you and it makes me want to do it again. But you want, it's just that.
And that's very Everton as well, because I always think back to Phil Neville's tackle on Cristiano Ronaldo in front of the paddock, and how it changed the game and it changed the momentum, and the fans are up. Look at what's happened to Hill Dickinson, you know, where the game's not going in our favour. It was against Palace. I think David Murray's got booked, James Garner got booked, the crowd got up, the game changed, and that's what can happen. It can change on moments, and I always think back about this football club, especially obviously because it's mine. One of the moments in history over time that I know, where there's just been that split second, just a little bit of a change, and I like you're saying, you go through a player, the crowd are up. What we need the numbers in here to be able to make that noise, don't we?
And it puts them on the back foot though. I feel like maybe you don't realise how much it does for players on the pitch. It gives, I can't even tell you how much it changes people's mindset. So
but that's this place has got that reputation of being a bear pit over the years, hasn't it? You know, so it's very much, let's try and get it back to that, which is really important. Obviously, since you've moved, and there's been a bit of a struggle, hasn't it, trying to get a bit of momentum at this place. What's the switch? Obviously, you weren't at Walton Hall Park yourself, but it is a big change to go from that place, which served the club well, to be fair, to then come to this kind of arena. What do you think maybe the sticking points may have been in those first 5 league home games, you think?
I think for me, when I've taken myself out of it, we've built a brand new team. We've got 8 or 9 new signings. That's a good core of the group that don't know each other, that don't know the style of play, and we're trying to figure that out. So of course this is going to be a transition year. It's going to be a year of finding each other out, and it's took those first five games, but I think we've definitely found a little bit of form now, and it's kind of, like you said, we've got Brighton, we've got Villa, kind of showcasing what we're about now and the mentality that we have. Yeah,
because you've gone away, obviously, first game of the season at Anfield, tore them apart. You've gone to Chelsea and took away their long-standing unbeaten record, a fabulous football side, of course, gone there and won the game by a goal to nil. So I've shown you can go away and you can beat top quality sides, like not so much Liverpool. Top quality. But you went there giving good hiding, which is what we want to see.
Exactly.
So it's now trying to bring that kind of form and those kind of performances into this piece here.
Exactly, and it's just doing it consistently. I think that's been our little bit of our struggle. We do it one week and then we're not able to find it the next. But I think we were robbed from a goal against City. But we actually played really well first half and then had a good run against West Brom. So I think we found a little bit of form, and I think for sure we're going to find it against Brighton on Friday night.
Going to say you went to West Brom, didn't you? Last Thursday.
Yeah,
FA
Thursday
Cup.
night.
Five goals to nil. Great performance.
Yeah.
And you look at that performance. Obviously, it's giving you now an away tie in the next round at a place that we know well in terms of at Liverpool. I assume they're going to put it on Anfield. I would assume if they tie it okay with the men's side.
FA Cup round against Liverpool. It's definitely something that we were hoping for. You know, we want the Merseyside derby. Who wouldn't want to play it? And for me, the FA Cup's such a prestigious cup. I can't wait to play it.
That's what it's all about, though, isn't it? It's those local rivalries, it's those big games, getting a great win away at West Brom. That brings a bit of momentum, doesn't it? So going into Friday's game against Villa now, you've gone away, you've scored plenty of goals, you've kept a clean sheet. Difficult conditions as well, because it was a bit of the game and it was tough there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
Big open stadium by the looks of it. But how important was it to get that little bit of momentum now, as we say, with all eyes on Friday night, 7 o'clock against Aston Villa?
Yeah, so important. I think we need to get points in the league. You know how even 1 or 2 points here and there can make such a big difference, and the Brightons, the Villas, all them teams around us, we want to be picking points from or winning all of them. So yeah, it's definitely something that we need to put right. We went there, we didn't really perform as well as we should have, so it's definitely something we want to do properly this time.
Well, I mean, they're catchable, aren't they?
Yeah,
because you're
exactly.
currently sitting on 8 points, Everton in 10th place, but I think Brighton is 6 points further ahead. I think Villa 8.
Yeah.
When it checked yesterday, so both those sides are not quite within touching distance. But if you beat Brighton, you're within 3 points, and you're climbing the table, aren't you?
No, of course. I think if people don't watch the WSL, it gets very tight. So yeah, there's 6 points, but that changes so quick here in the women's game, and we just know if we get a couple runs, we could be in the top half of the table, which is where we should be, really.
Yeah, and as I say, just watching since obviously the owners have come in, watching the summer transfer window, there's a lot of business done, like you said. So that's going to impact. I mean, we've seen it a bit with the men's team as well. You know, the men's team are fairly inconsistent. You know, we'll go to Villa and beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
And then Brentford will come to Hill Dickinson and beat us 4-2. And it's like, why can't we get that consistency? But with injuries, suspensions, a lot of new players, big turnover, it's happened for yourselves, hasn't it, as well, over the course of
it does have an effect. I think if people think it doesn't, I can tell you, as a squad, as a team, as a staff group, it is hard to get everyone on the same page when you're all coming from different teams and different philosophies. So trying to just I call it a transition year. It always will be when you bring in the amount of players we've brought in, same with the men. Just getting your feet into the club, figuring out what's what, the philosophy that the manager wants, and your teammates. It's just bringing it all together. It just takes time.
It does, you're right. And you know, that transitional year, as I say, hopefully you can kick on from Friday, start to climb the table a little bit. Obviously, get a bit of a gap between yourselves and those below you. But what would you say now, given where you are, given the fact there's a couple of home games coming up, you've got the big Merseyside derby in the next round of the FA Cup. What do you think the aim is now for the remainder of the season?
I think just win as many games as we can. Definitely is the aim. We've got, I think, 6 or 7 games, which is the Brightons, the Villas, the Liverpools. Yeah, those are teams that we want to be winning. And we know if we take care of business there, we're more than likely to do the performances against your big top 4, as they say.
And the messages to the fans, get yourselves down here Friday next
get yourselves in Goodison Park. We're still here, it's still here, and we want it. We want the fans to be here, whether you're a men's supporter or not. Just come down and have a little look. And
what we said already, I think it's 12 quid for adults, £6 for under 18s. Your donuts are cheaper. Goodison Park, the women, we want it to be a bear pit as it used to be for the men. Great chance to get down here over the next sort of 10 days or so and support the ladies. Maz, absolute pleasure to speak to you today. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem, thank you.
And that's us for today. Catch me back in my Zebra armchair on Friday for News for the Blues, before we look back on that game against Leeds United after next Monday, another Monday night football, sadly. So it's going to be sometime probably on Tuesday when we get that out. We'll catch you then.